All right, I can see your screen now.
Yeah, I mean, like, this online launcher is still running. I'm not sure if it's installed or not yet.
I think it is doing it twice. I think, okay, first, can you show
Okay,
me
I'll
like
ignore.
what is the software that you have?
Yeah, sure.
You can drag it down, Mahidar. You can drag it down.
That's okay. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's 6. So this is the jar that I got, I guess.
But then we have
AM.
also AEM 5.61. Let's do a favor, but this convention is not correct.
No,
What
no,
you can,
I understood. It's just the way they gave it to me.
yeah. So what I would like you to do is, can you just download the, like make a different folder called training or something,
Yeah, sure.
and then download the file that is there.
The one on the net that you gave me.
Yes, yes. And then, yeah, and then training, and then put another layer called as author within the training.
Okay.
Create a folder called author.
Yeah.
Okay, and now download because I put everything in the naming convention. See what have you received?
Sure. You shared in Dropbox, right?
Yes, yes.
Let me check. I mean, as of now, actually, still working time here, right? I am connected to the VPN, so not all websites will be accessible for me. I'm just checking. Sign in. Just bear with me for a few minutes. Let me do one thing. Just in case if we get disconnected, please hold on for 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, no problem. Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just give me a minute. I'm reconnecting.
yeah, yeah.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, just a minute.
Yeah.
Yes. Download that one.
Yeah, I'm downloading it.
Oh, so you have only one thing, is it? There is no properties file. Did you get 2 mail or 1 mail?
I just got only one email.
Okay, while it's downloading it, I will also send you one more. You will have to download that also because both need to go together. Okay.
Okay, sure.
But that's just a license file, so it's very simple.
Okay, I mean the license file what I have will not work.
Probably will work, but better
Okay,
to
no problem. Yeah.
keep together unless you might see some other issues somewhere. It might work
Yeah, I
initially.
got it. Yeah, I understood.
Yeah, so basically that might be a problem. But anyway, so I'm
Okay, no
going
issues.
to. What is that mail?
The jar name?
No, what was your email that I sent you to?
Yeah, friendlymahi@hotmail.com.
Right, yeah, it's yeah. So this is a simple license file. You verify it, right? Okay.
Okay.
What is downloading it? We can talk a few things while it is downloading itself. Okay. So let
Okay,
me
sure.
to your screen. Just a minute. Okay. See, here, this is labeled, if you look at it, why is it called CQ-author-4502? Okay.
Okay.
There's a logic behind it.
Okay.
What happens is Adobe Launcher, not yet. I would like to, don't make me a presenter. Hello?
I didn't do, I mean like.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, Arvind.
Don't make me a presenter. Make Mahidhar only presenter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that you are something
Because first,
explaining. That's why I make. Okay.
all right. So Mahidhar, the thing is CQ-author-4502. What it means is that the CQ will run on the 4502 port in your
Okay.
machine.
Okay, got it.
If you want to change it to a different port, you will have to rename the port number. Okay. So that
Okay,
is
in
a
the jar itself.
okay. So basically, this is an executable jar. So you
Yeah.
know executable jar, right? Basically, you click on it and it like launches its own application. So it's completely self-containing.
Yeah.
If you want to install, actually the CQ itself comes with its own servlet in Tomcat and everything and JCR repository that's completely bundled within this jar file. Okay.
Okay.
However, there might be some cases where you don't want to install it as a standalone app, but you would actually install it in a, say, in a WebLogic or WebSphere environment or your own Tomcat environment. Okay.
Yeah.
Then also you first need to still do the installation and then get one file and then put it in there. Okay. But
Okay.
that we'll cover that in admin section sometime. But I'm just
Okay.
doing concepts here. Okay.
Sure.
So what you I think the jar file is downloaded. So can you copy this jar file to the training folder, please?
Sure. And the author?
Yeah, in the author. Okay. And another thing we noticed is we actually put it in a file called directory called author. Okay. What
Okay.
it is saying is that author means where people edit the content. Okay,
Yes.
like authors, the people who are working for the company will create pages and then edit pages and then publish to what is called as a publish instance. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Publish instance is like the public facing website where people can actually view the content, like the end users are there to view that particular content. Okay.
It's more like some other
Yeah.
server which will host it.
www.guardian.co.uk that will actually be having the public instance if everything is within the AEM. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So now what we have to do then is basically install this, put the license file also that you have downloaded in this same folder. we need that. Okay.
Okay.
Now you open the command prompt. I just want to check your Java version.
Okay, sure.
Just in the command prompt, enter Java minus version. Is it come back, or maybe is the network slow, or?
No. It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Like I did remember installing Java and
And
last time when I installed CPU.
right now we don't install it, but for doing the programming assignments, you have Eclipse and everything installed?
Yeah, I have the. I'm not sure what version I have, but I do.
Fine. As long as Eclipse is there, that is
Yeah,
fine.
it is there.
Any version should be fine.
Yeah.
So Eclipse running means Java, JDK, and everything is fine. So because you might have written some programs on this computer, right?
Yeah, some very less actually. Like in order for CQ only, I installed all this setup initially.
That is good. And Maven is not installed, right? But right now we will not do anything because today we will go through some of the core concepts itself.
Okay, sure.
Actually creating some content and edit content. Use the tool from user's perspective plus some installation. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Now there are two ways to do the installation. One is just like plain click. Okay.
Okay.
If you click on the jar file by putting the license file, then it will automatically do it. Okay.
Okay.
So let us let us do that first, and later I will show you when we are doing assignments. If you have more memory, how to allocate more memory to that JVM which is actually running that one. Okay. But the license file should be in here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Just click on the jar file, then it will automatically install itself. Okay, so it will take a while. It will launch it. So what is happening is basically because this is your first time, right?
Yeah.
It will take a while to create the repository. So let us go over a few of the concepts which we have gone in the demo session. I'll just repeat them again while this is installing in the background. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So basically, as I told you, if you are recording this session, right?
Myself or Srinivas?
Hello, Srinivas.
Yeah, Arvind. Yes.
Yeah. Is somebody recording this session?
Yes. I am recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I have given the organizer option to both. You can also record, and Mahidhar also. Mahidhar, can you able to see that start recording button on the meeting panel?
It's already recording. I think the session is being recorded. Is what it's saying.
Under above, you can also record by yourself. It will save in your document.
For the first time, both of you record. After this session, Mahidhar can verify it has come correctly or not. And next time onward, do it on his own. First time, both record. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Mahidhar, just you can click on that above the symbol, start recording.
I don't see any button here. Start recording.
On this session is being recorded.
It's already running. Okay. It's already running, I think.
Okay, I'm doing for today. I will check.
Okay, fine. No
you can save somewhere this one. You can save one. You have to create one folder for that.
Folder training 1 day, training 2nd day, or something like that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You know the order of looking at the videos. Otherwise, you'll get confused. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
My suggestion is this entire CQ is built on, as I told you, on a Sling application. Okay. Now Sling is just an MVC framework, just like a Spring. Okay. It has a model, view, and controller. The only difference here is the model itself is bought from the JCR repository. Okay. Now the trick with this is Sling itself is built on this OSGi bundles. So you'll keep hearing me repeating what is Sling, what is OSGi. Initially, even it was very confusing to me, but don't worry, it will become very obvious. Okay. So this OSGi itself, the fundamental advantage of that is basically, as I told you, it doesn't. If you change some code, that is in a bundle, you don't have to restart and start the entire server. That is the main advantage. Okay.
Okay.
That is what the main advantage of OSGi is. Actually, OSGi bundle is nothing but a jar file, just a plain jar file. Only thing is, in the jar file there is something called manifest.mf file, right? That's a standard Java convention.
Yes.
Okay, in the manifest.mf file, you have some special entries. So any jar file, if you take it out and add those special entries manually, and then it will become an OSGi jar. Okay. So I'll not go through all the headers, but you'll have to put some XML in there, calling export package, import package, bundle name, version name. These are the 4 most important things. Okay. That are required to make it an OSGi bundle. The main advantage of that is the OSGi bundle will actually you can start and stop without restarting the whole thing. That is a major advantage of the OSGi. Apart from that, what you need to know is a concept of life cycle. Okay, now we have the bundle, right? Okay. Yeah. So when you actually install the bundle, where will you install? You will have to have a OSGi container, just like you install a web application in a Tomcat, like a servlet container, like a Tomcat or something. You need to install this bundle in a OSGi container. Okay. So this bundle itself will have a life cycle, simple life cycle. What is your life cycle? It will be start, stop, starting state, stopping state, and active state. Install state, uninstall state. Okay. So start, stop, stopping, starting, installed, installed, active. Okay, there is a difference between installed and active, because bundle can just be installed in the this one, but you can actually stop the bundle. Okay, in which case it will become uninstalled state.
Okay.
It will go from active state to just installed state. Okay. Now, and also this bundle has a concept of version number. Okay. Just like you label your code base with a version number when you do SVN or anything, you can give the version number to the bundle, and OSGi automatically knows how to resolve the, when it finds the latest bundle, it will actually, when you request a service, what is a service? Service is just implemented as an interface, standard Spring, this one, right?
Yeah.
So it's just an interface, and then you provide an implementation to it. So that is how a service is implemented. So if a service is there in both bundles with different version numbers, it automatically tries to first pull it from the higher version number. If not, it will fall back to the lower version number bundle. Okay. So that is what this is all there about the OSGi. Okay. So what are the key takeaways from OSGi? It is simply nothing but it's a jar file which has special headers in the manifest.mf file. What is the advantage of OSGi? You don't have to stop and start the server whenever there is a code change. Okay. Apart from it, it will also have the same Spring type dependency injection. Okay. Using annotations or using some other names, you can actually inject a service. Suppose you are having one service like get content or something. Okay. And then you want some other service like lookup service for something, then you can inject the dependency automatically, just like in the Spring. So that's all that we need to know about the OSGi. Why do we need to know about the OSGi? Because when we are actually going to develop the backend code, we have to write it as a OSGi bundle. Okay? And we will learn how to start, stop, OSGi bundle and all those things. Okay? And once it is installed, I will show you what are all the various interfaces. Okay? But while it is installing, let's go through some theory. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the next concept is Java content repository. Okay. Now, like database, any application requires a database, right? But CQ, what it uses is, instead of using relational databases like Oracle or file system, even file system is a database, right? It's a kind of database where you have storing files. CQ, what it does is it uses the repository based on Java content repository. So it is based on JCR is a spec, just like servlet is a spec, and the implementation is done by the Tomcat, WebSphere, WebLogic. JCR is a spec, is a specification that is written by the standard bodies. Okay, and it is implemented itself as Jackrabbit. That implementation which this CQ uses is Jackrabbit. Okay, which is also another open source technology. So Jackrabbit is the database. Jackrabbit is the implementation of JCR, Java Content Repository. Okay. Just like if I say servlet spec, servlet is a spec, right? So what is a servlet spec? You can have a do get, do post, all those methods are there. Okay.
One
but
second.
Servlet spec J2SE
Loudspeaker.
Hello.
Are you on loudspeaker?
Yes, I am on a speaker. Yes.
Because it's echoing.
I don't know this echo problem. I am not able to. I am able to hear your voice clearly.
Yeah, I'm hearing my voice back.
Maybe I should like. I don't know. I'll switch off the Skype because it always causes problem. Are you able to hear my voice at all?
Yeah, I can hear you. But I'm hearing my voice too back.
For me, your voice is very clear. I don't know why that is happening.
What I'm asking is,
Hello.
Yeah,
Arvind.
I'm not on headphones.
Yeah, Arvind.
Yeah, I'm not on headphones. Probably I will have to, because I have moved to a different place. I forgot my headphones and speakers.
Arvind, you can use your headphones.
Yes, I don't have headphones with me right now. Hello.
Oh, okay. I think that's
because I forgot it. From next class we will use the headphones. No problem. Okay, right. Let me see. Yeah. So okay. So your voice is now echoing, or are you able to hear me clearly?
Your voice is just coming out.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Then
yeah,
I think if you,
your voice is very clear for us, but our voice is echoing. That's why, because you are not using headphones, right? That's the problem.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My
voice
only repeated. My voice only repeated.
Earlier it was okay. Only from the past 5 minutes.
Maybe if you go on mute, what happens?
Even before when we both had an issue.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Mahit, you can most of the time you can use the chart option.
That doesn't work.
So chat is not working, right?
Not that. Arvind, can you just rejoin again?
Drop off and rejoin. Okay, just a minute.
Hello?
Yeah, Mahidhar.
Just give me 1 minute. Somebody came. I have to open the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, Arvind. Hello.
Yes, Mahidhar, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mahidar, I am
Yeah, now
here.
it's fine. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, let us do one thing. Now that the
Hello?
give keyboard and mouse to me.
I didn't follow you. What were you saying?
Give me keyboard and mouse. I can take control of your system so that I
Hello.
can show you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, got it.
All right.
Where is the allow control option from here?
It says something called give keyboard and mouse.
Oh, okay.
If you open the panel, there will be show stop showing
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, Arvind, can you do one thing? Just click on Mahidar name and request for keyboard and
I
mouse
gave it.
control.
I gave it.
Oh, he has given it already. Right. Okay. Always remember the username is admin. There is one user already created. Okay. Later we will learn how to create more users. Okay.
Okay.
So this is admin.
Yeah, sorry, just to stop you. Earlier you were using saying CQ uses JCR as the database,
That's
and
right.
one of the implementation you said it is Jackrabbit. So
One of the implementations is Jackrabbit. Yes.
yeah, is this implementation done by the OSGi container provided by CQ or Tomcat, or who gave the implementation for that?
That's what. See, basically, when I say the implementation is done, see the servlet spec is there. You know servlet, right?
Yeah, servlet spec would have been given by Sun Microsystems or by people of Java, but the implementation is done by Tomcat or
Also been done by WebSphere or WebLogic.
that's implementation, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Similarly, in case
Also implemented by Jackrabbit, but Jackrabbit is not a company. It is an open source Apache project.
okay,
Okay, you see what I mean, right?
yeah,
Just like Tomcat is also open source, but it is also implementing Java servlet specification. Okay.
right,
So just like that, Jackrabbit has also, just like that, these guys have also, Jackrabbit has also one implementation of the Java content repository.
yeah. But is Jackrabbit is just the implementation, or is it the container itself?
No, Jackrabbit is implementation of Java content repository.
Okay, so like this has to be deployed, or will it pre-exist in one of the
And
app
actually,
servers?
Jackrabbit without CQ or without Sling or without anything.
Okay, okay,
Just like you can use relational database from .NET, from Java, or even from the command line by writing your stored procedures, or from some other language, you
okay,
can Jackrabbit independently of any other technology.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, but Sling, now we spoke about Sling, which is an MVC framework, right?
yeah,
In case of the Spring MVC, what technology that you use, the backend technology that you use, the choice is yours. Okay.
yes.
But in case of the Sling, it actually uses Java content repository. It has to have a spec. It has to have a database that is based on the JCR spec.
Okay,
Okay.
so Sling always requires a
Always.
backend which is
Yes.
implementing JCR spec.
Now the question is, Jackrabbit doesn't require any other technology. It can stand on its own. So anybody
Okay,
can put something in there, put some data in there, and get some data from there. Okay, any application can do it, provided they have the credentials. Okay.
okay,
But in case for the Sling to work correctly, it has to use not necessarily Jackrabbit, but it requires a database that is based on Java content repository. Okay.
yeah. That the requirement of Sling is just JCR, but in
Yes.
this case we use Jackrabbit.
Yeah. Yes. Jackrabbit is being used. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, what happens is why it is, but Sling is MVC framework, but I told you it is slightly different from the normal Spring MVC. What happens in the Spring MVC is when you request any URL, what happens? First, there is a front controller servlet, which is nothing but a dispatcher servlet, which is actually based on the front controller pattern, right? And when you get that URL, it will actually, the dispatcher servlet looks at the URL and invokes your controller. Okay.
Okay.
Before version 3.0 of the spec or 2.5, then there was only one controller class. Okay. Now, after version 2.5, you have a controller. You have a controller where you annotate the methods with @request mapping, right?
Okay.
And then it will map that request to the URL, and then it will load. Then afterwards, it will. What will a controller do? Usual procedure. The controller will go get to the model. You load the model state by either querying a database or by making a REST API call, and then you pass it to the JSP page, right?
Yeah, which is a view.
That is a simple standard, like by now everybody knows that is how the MVC framework works.
Yeah.
But in case of the Sling, what it does is when it gets the resource type, it will try to first go and find the data first, not the controller. Okay.
Okay.
The data itself should tell which script should be loaded. Okay, to render that piece of content. Okay, right now I'm not using with node and properties because when you look at it, it will become very obvious. Okay, so we'll stop that sequential discussion there, and we'll come back to these concepts again when we take a deeper dive today with respect to this one. But right now, when you log in into the CQ, you will see this particular screen. Okay.
Okay.
Now what we want is we will come back to this communities feed tools. We'll cover it little bit, but primary this one is click on the sites. I'm not able to. Yeah, if you see that there should be a square mark coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In the square mark, click now. Click. Okay. So now let us become familiar with the web interface of the product itself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now it is trying to load up the page. How many GB does your machine have?
4 GB.
Okay. Slightly slow.
I think it could be this because of this Chrome. It drinks memory like anything. Arvind, 1 second. I'm changing my headset. Hello?
No, yes.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Hello?
Yes.
Uh,
Hello, Arvind.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm using a new headset.
Yeah.
Mouse is not moving.
It will take some time. Give it time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
this entire site, okay, you have gone directly to the content. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is actually the content view which the content authors see. Okay. You have given me the control.
Yeah, you have the control.
Okay. All right. So if you look at it, as I told you, the hierarchical, we have opened the page, doesn't matter, right? Okay. So if you look at it, this is a branch. See, the way the data is organized itself shows you that it is parent-child relationship is there between the child pages and the parent page, right?
Yeah.
So this is geometrics demo site. So let us go to the English. Okay. And then let us suppose, say for example, the product page. Let us go to one of the product pages. Okay. So this is how you navigate to the page. Okay. Simple. Okay. Right. So let us go to the product page. Oh, has a page loaded?
I think so.
Okay. Can you like take it up, because I'm not. I think the network speed is slow.
No, it is saying localhost is not responding. It's yeah. Now it loaded.
Okay, now it is loaded because basically the machine is slow. Little bit. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll come back to this discussion about theoretical concepts later on, or as and when we cover the concept, we'll come back to it. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, this is the content editor view. From a user view, this is what is called as a content editor view. Okay. So, and then what are you having? This right side that you see, this is called as the sidekick.
Sidekick.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the sidekick. And these are actually the various components that are there: carousel, chart, download, flash, image, list, multivariable. And see where it says general. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the component group. Okay. Now there are other three component groups: columns, form, and other. So click on the plus button of the columns. Then you will have the column control. These are also components. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the heading is the component group, and actually whatever are there in it is are the components. Okay. And then this is the form components, but everything is a components, and then there is general other components. Okay.
Okay.
Now on the left side, what we are actually seeing, this one, are the images that are stored in what CQ calls it as DAM.
Yeah.
What is DAM? Digital Asset Management. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is what is called as this one. All right. So now if you click on this one, edit. Right. Now don't do anything right now. But if you look at the various tabs that are there, this entire thing is called as dialog.
Yeah.
This entire thing is called as dialog. Okay. So let's cancel that off. Okay. So let us just do something. Probably this is not a very good page to edit because it's slightly more complicated. So let us go to something called as company page. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what I would like to do is change some text here. When you actually highlight it, there is a highlight bar that says that when you hover over the text, you are highlighting it. So double click on it. Okay, change some text here, right? Say something like training or something.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Training.
You want me to type it?
Yeah, type the training.
Okay. Okay.
And say okay. Say okay. Okay. So as soon as you make the change, you are able to see it. Okay.
Right.
Now, if you want to preview this particular page, not with all this this entire thing coming on, in this button, you can just click on the preview button.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the preview mode. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can again expand it by this is there. Okay. Now you can actually, what you can do is, let us edit some text here. Okay. Now what is happening here? See, it says here drag some components here or assets here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what is happening here is that this entire system will keep on expanding infinitely. So what I
Yeah.
mean by this, suppose if I want to, like, say, drag a text component there.
Okay.
Go to, say, text component here and then put it here. No, put it here. Yeah, put it here, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now see, again something else has come up. It says drag components or assets here. Okay.
True.
Now this component itself, let us add some text. Okay, just type some text there. Just some rough text, fast. Yeah, so a little bit, right? Okay. Okay, so on. And next time, now I would see again it has come up with more space for you. Okay. This is a very special, this is also a component and very complicated component that comes out of box. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That is called as the parses, paragraph system. Okay. Now let us try to do some content editing by adding some image. Okay. Or maybe
It's
just add
it's a
text
parse,
and
right?
this is
Paragraph system.
system. Okay. Let's add a text and image. We added a text and image. Did it come? Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Now in the text and image component, it is slightly special in that if I want to add an image, I can do this. I can put some text there, no problem. Yeah, just some rough text. Yeah, and for the image, right, click on the image type, image button, and then try to put this train something. You can drag whatever image you want to do here. Okay. And then in the advanced image properties, let us give it a size of, so that it fits the size, 100 by 100. Okay, say okay. Okay. So let's slightly make the image bigger, then you can adjust it and get it. Okay, but you get the general idea. Okay. Hello?
Yes, I can understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your first exercise after this class is over is you take some page and
Okay.
create. First, I've shown you how to edit a page. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you want to create a page, how will we do it? Let's go back to the site admin. This is called as, no, we closed that site admin, is it? We closed the site admin. Okay, open this site admin again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us don't create anything underneath it because let's keep the instance clean. Let us create it under this one. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. You note down. Okay. So let us create some service underneath this one. I want to create a new page. So how will I do that? New page. Okay. Now when you add a page, the page is based on certain template. Okay.
Yeah.
So let us choose a content page because it looks more like what we can do with it. Okay. So let us do a create there. Okay. First it will ask you to give a title. So type in some title, say call it as some training or something. And then, yeah. Yeah, and then the name, yeah, it will not allow you spaces. Better to keep all in lowercase. Okay.
In name, right?
Name, yeah, name is very important, right? It won't let you paste there. You can't have spaces. Don't put spaces.
I removed spaces. Yeah.
Okay. So create. Okay. Now again, how will we edit it? Let us edit the page. Okay. This is how we create a page. Now when we want to edit it, we'll open it here. Okay, we'll open it here.
Okay.
Okay. Some content is already there. There is a concept of inherited paragraph system, but let's leave it for now. Okay, we'll come back to it later. This time I would like to make it slightly trickier. We will use some column control components. Okay, these are the components that we can't build ourselves. They come out of box. Okay, so let us do 2 columns here. Okay, 2 columns. Now I would like some image component here. Okay, just a plain image component. Okay, in this particular case, you need not click on it. You can just like drag and drop it directly also when the plus button shows.
Okay. Okay.
And then we will do an edit. Now this is column control, so we will leave it. Okay. We would like to edit this image component. How? Okay, yeah. And then we'll give some properties. Let us say put 170, 167 by 170. Okay, so that we don't break our page. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay.
Okay.
And immediately you have option for creating another component from here. You can create the page by dropping our component. Okay. Now let us, yeah, I can create another thing, say like put a carousel. No, carousel is some other component. Let us put something just plain text. Okay, just some plain text.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now let us type some text here. Fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can copy and paste all the lines, right? Yeah. And
I
then
think
say,
I think you have the
okay.
answers. Yeah.
Yeah. And then say okay. Okay. So this is a preview button, right? And then you preview the page. Now what I want you to do is get familiarized today. You spend some time creating some pages and use some components. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Even for me also, like I use mostly our own components. Later we will, of course, the whole course is about how to build these templates. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to show practically when you do hands-on. Now you will understand what this course is all about. What we are
Okay.
going to learn is how to create a template, how to create a component, and how to like, yeah, basically that's what our job as a CQ developer is. All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So this is what is the basic how the content page gets activated. Okay. Now let us do one more thing. Actually, I don't know if your machine has sufficient thing. We can install a publish instance, but I don't know if you have the same jar file. We can actually make it a this one. Okay. So what I want you to do is there, how can you, I want you to some way to stop that CQ author instance.
Okay.
Okay. Stop that, close up all of these things and then stop the CQ instance.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I had to close all these.
Yeah, close all this and then stop a CQ instance. I don't know how, is it in a part of the service because I always use Unix.
Oh.
So
Okay. Okay. In Windows, it actually directly shows it on and off.
yeah, no, basically in the Unix you have to use command line. Even in Windows you can use command line.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I mean, basically, that UI also does the same in the background.
Basically, I think you can, yeah, see if there is any. I think maybe open this one. It should say something like Adobe install or something is there, isn't it?
Where exactly are you referring to?
No, I want you to stop the. See, this is something else.
I already
What is
stopped.
this?
No, it
Oh, you
got
already
closed.
stopped with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
type colon 4502. I just want to check that it is not there. Localhost colon 4502. Right, yeah. It's stopped. Okay, right.
Yeah.
What we will do is basically we will install
Yeah.
create another folder where
For
at the
publish.
level of training, right? At the level of training,
Here or even outside.
yeah, in the AEM, in the training folder, just where the author is there,
Yeah.
create another folder and call it as publish.
Okay. I have to copy the same jar again.
Yes, but this time you will have to rename it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Copy the same jar and same properties file there.
To change the port number also.
Yes, port number, I would like you to change it to 4503.
Okay.
Now let us click on it and see if it starts first. You call it as CQ-publish-4503.jar, right?
Yeah.
So that is because the publish instance, we are just starting it on 4502. Okay, let it start. Okay. So now let us come back to more theory. While that is because it's the first time, it will take some time. Later on, it should be pretty fast actually.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So far we have studied about JCR. Again, we'll go all of this in depth, but while it is there, and I am not going to go in detail because I assume that you already know REST, right? REST is nothing but like you send a request over a HTTP.
No,
What
I
is
might
the
have used it, but in theory, and then like as a concept as such, I didn't learn it.
right. So REST is basically resource oriented. What does it mean? For example, any request is actually to a resource. Okay.
Okay.
Right? And the simplest possible way a resource can be represented is over HTTP. Say guardian.co.uk/mypage. Okay.
Okay.
That means that it is a resource. That entire URI is unique.
Yes.
Nobody else in the world itself that is unique. Okay.
Yes.
Because the HTTP protocol doesn't allow two persons to have the same domain name. Okay.
Right.
And
Right.
within the web server directory, that particular thing should be guaranteed to be unique for the DNS and every resolution to work correctly. Okay.
Yes.
And so that means that everything in a resource, it's a resource. Resource could be a page, it could be anything. Okay.
Yeah.
It could be XML document or it could be a JSON format or any other thing. Okay. Now, why is REST so important? Because in order to communicate with the resource, you don't need any client library. Like if you want to convert, for example, if you want old technologies like remote method invocation or Corba or any other .NET framework, then you need some client library to actually make connection to. Okay.
Yes.
And even for SOAP, you need that, and you also need to know the method name, the class names, and all those things in order to invoke on that one. But in the REST, we don't need any detail. We just need the resource, and everything will only be get, put, post, trace, delete, and options. Okay.
Okay.
Each one get means what? You are not modifying the resource. You are trying to only get whatever is there in it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a special type of get where you can only request the head portion of the page. Okay. Headers. Okay. That is the put means you are actually modifying it and you are putting a new thing. Post is you are actually making modification to the existing thing. Okay. And delete is you are actually deleting the resource. Okay. Now, any particular addressable, if somebody says that I have given you this URI, it's up to you. He doesn't have to tell you what else to do. Okay, because you already know that there is get, put, post, and trace and delete and options. That's it.
Okay.
These are the only methods that are that you can invoke on that particular resource. Okay.
Okay.
By invoke means you can either use a browser or you can make a REST client and then write to it. So that is the major advantage is it follows a uniform interface for talking to something.
Okay.
Whereas any other technology, you need to know the underlying object, you need to know what is, how to communicate, all those details you need to know. Okay.
Okay.
And the other thing is it is always representation oriented. What does it mean? You interact with data. Like you can represent the service using XML, a JSON or any other format also. Okay.
Yeah.
But these are actually the more things. And REST is of course stateless because you know HTTP doesn't have any state. Okay.
Right.
Like for example, you request it. If you have to maintain state, then you have to use some sessions or anything like that. So if it is a stateless, then it can be easily, it can scale easily. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the thing. Now we have gone through Apache Sling, which is again based on JCR, which is using it for the backend purposes.
Okay.
We can actually use the what do you call yeah, and it also uses REST in order for communication. Okay.
Okay.
For storing data and for actually talking to some database, it requires JCR based repository. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the concept becomes clear, but I'll just make some general statement. But when I actually show you, I will again try to repeat everything.
Okay.
It means that when a REST is mapped, it should map the mapping you can choose, right? Resource you can map it to anything. You can map it to a web page, okay?
True.
Or you can put an XML document there in the rest.
Yeah.
In this particular case, they map it to a node in the JCR. Node, if you look at the page, everything is called a node, okay? And it can have child nodes. So it is like a hierarchical database.
True.
JCR is like a hierarchical database, okay? So that is the central concept of this one, okay? Now
Yeah.
we will try to learn about, first we will try to create, after this is got, we will have to learn about some of the web interface, okay?
Yeah.
Right. So while this is installing, I'll just take a quick 5-minute break and I'll come back. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
So just like anyway, this video recording is there. Okay. So today we will cover all the interfaces from a user perspective. We have learned how we have seen
Yeah.
how to, all that we need is how to create page, how to edit page. Okay.
Yeah.
We will also learn once we make the change how to publish a page. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
To publish a page to the publish instance.
Sure.
Okay, that is it.
Yeah.
And then we will try to see other interfaces like what are the developer interface like CRX Lite, okay, CRX Explorer, what is a node, what is property. We'll see some live hands-on thing today. Okay, let's do that.
Sure.
Okay, Mahidhar, while we are doing it, what you said is you need training on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
See, basically, the idea is not exactly about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, I thought like 4 hours of training on the same day might be too much, at least in the initial days. Thought like it will initially take some time to.
No, hold on. Today we will understand 2 hours only we will spend today. Tomorrow also we will spend 2 hours, and for this whole week we will cool down because as you are saying, first class will be already so much information is coming and it's become difficult for mind to train it. If for me at least it took, I was like totally shocked by looking at this whole thing when I started it.
Yeah.
So, but what happens is after 1 week when you first just learn how to create from the user view. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So today actually what I would suggest is just do, we should meet on next Friday itself. Okay. Because what I want you to do is I would like you to go through all the pages, create a lot of pages. Okay. That is how I got comfort with the tool. Okay.
Okay.
Play around, you know how to create a page, I've shown you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will show you a lot of other interfaces. Today I'll just show you the developer interface and everything. Okay.
Okay.
I actually started with coding work tomorrow, or maybe today. Shall we do one thing? Like this weekend, you try to like get comfort level with this one, and then we'll meet sometime during the week. After 2 weeks, then your mind will be like immediate, and then we can like go super fast. What do you think? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Like as we catch up, I think we can change the schedule accordingly. I would agree on that.
Okay. So for the first week, what I did previously to the student was we just did only 4 hours of class. Okay. For the first week. Because and actually what happened is because I was trying to give them so much and they were even struggling with how to create a page. So it doesn't make any sense if somebody is struggling how to create a page and then starting how to develop components and templates doesn't make much sense, does it? Right?
Yeah, I mean, for the page creation level, at least I have some basic knowledge because I'm working.
Because you already worked in CMS.
No, not CMS. Basically, as of now, I'm working in a CQ project itself. But my role is a bit of non-technical, so that's the reason. Like, I might not be knowing what components comes by default, what to develop and all. But
I don't know how many, but usually the component that we use out of box are that image and text and image components.
no, I'm just trying to say basically like the level of awareness what I have is limited to what our organization uses, whatever components they might be using, or the pages or templates, whatever they might be using. So like more or less like every week we do create some pages, drag and drop some components and all.
Then we can proceed to developer. And then if that is the case, then we can proceed to developer immediately because you are already used to the tool. Because
Yeah, I mean, for example,
Yeah.
You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, let me open. I actually work for AEG client, AEG insurance client. So we are actually migrating from SDL Tridian to AEM. So as part of this project, there is a different team who actually we do migration. So in the migration, we have some Java programs which will actually use the RESTful services to talk to Sling and dynamically create the pages on the fly. And
We did that.
we have
We
some,
did that. Not they have
yeah,
migrated the content up. They migrated the content. They'll run that Java code. First, it will extract content from
yeah,
Sling repository, and then it will create
yeah.
node and it will set properties. Dynamic. Now, who is doing the implementation work for AIG?
It's emphasis only, but it's a different team who is actually doing. Our team only does the migration part, but the actual AEM component development and everything, it is done by a different team.
No, but actually, writing migration is more difficult than actual writing components. That's what they
No,
have.
we are not doing a straightforward migration. Initially, we were asked to do a straightforward migration, but later they told that the content has to be rewritten. So then migrating existing content doesn't make any sense anymore. So that's the reason we are only developing sitemaps and we are just creating empty pages. All the content whatever we get in an Excel format. We write a Java program to read it from the Excel file and populate it against the page in AEM.
So basically, you are opening a connection to the repository and then you are actually running it, right? Like you are making a connection to the AEM repository, and then you are
Yes,
creating.
using the Sling using
Yeah.
the REST services only. Like every page is created with its properties, and in every page content, the content is populated using that.
No, if you are already populating content, that is a full-scale migration, then, right?
But the source is actually not the original system. The source is actually an Excel file.
That is fine. If that means that somebody has given an existing system and then already dumped the data in CSV format, which has
Yeah.
been exported to an Excel file, right? But
More of like that only. The Excel file is a little different. They call something called a copy deck, and in that copy deck, it will basically tell you the order of components and what each component's properties are, what each component's content is.
that
So
makes life even easier. But still, there is work on creating that class or Java code that
true,
will
true.
actually
That is all done by our offshore team. Like I was not even part of development of it. So the level of knowledge that I have as part of that implementation is almost negligible.
whoever that means they must have very deep knowledge about CQ. Even what you are saying is okay, the data is being provided to you in a good format,
Yeah.
but even to that format and put it in our CQ repository programmatically requires very deep knowledge of the CQ API. It's not easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The offshore person is an architect, so definitely he has all the knowledge required. Yeah, so before I even came into this project,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Migration is even more difficult than actually creating components and pages. That is very
true, true, you're right, you're right.
easy.
Basically, we have to understand the existing format and we need to make sure it fits into
Inter
the new model.
the CQ API, how to make connection, what is Jackrabbit, what is Node, what is property, what are adapters, what are all these things, and
Yeah,
the sequence, how to create a component, what is Sling colon resource type, how does it become a page. Even a
yeah,
component developer will not have that much of knowledge because component developer, as you see, it is quite straightforward. This data migration is the most tougher task than even this one.
you're
Only
right.
the senior people are do this kind of work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, basically, I was initially excited that I'll have some part to do, but the thing is, majority of the work is already over by the time I came into this project. So I'm more like coordinating on site to site, how it actually goes, how it is actually presented and all. So technical part is more or less already done. At the max, like minor changes will be done depending upon sites. AG nearly has about some 150 sites or 200 sites to migrate to AEM. So we'll be doing it in multiple batches, like 5 sites, 10 sites and all.
But does
So,
the
but
program vary based on the site? I don't think so, right?
no, no, not exactly site. It'll be more like pages. So sometimes because you use specific templates to populate the content, right? So the logic is very much tightly coupled to a specific set of templates. So if there are pages where they have given in a different format, and if it doesn't match the template, the code
Yeah.
will not exactly render the way we need it.
So you will have to
Uh,
go and modify that code then.
yeah, I mean they're kind of like they're using XSLT transformation. So that XSLT transformation, they are updating. For example, say like you have a new component which you are not expecting in that page. So it's a matter of only updating that XSLT transformation to include that new component also.
Whoever has done this piece of work, what you are saying, XSLT Java, is a very high-skilled person. I can tell you straight away by looking at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
code. It
yeah,
requires
definitely.
amount of not just odd average developer cannot do that. Even a very good Java, it requires very, very good skills to do what you are telling. If somebody is
True,
using
true.
XSLT to transform it, it is
Yeah,
highly
yeah. Like I had similar, not a deeper knowledge, but at least I have awareness to this concept in my previous documentum projects, where we were having complete XML content and generating PDF out of the XML content. So the XML content might be having, say, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections in for 6 different nodes. But when it comes to rendering the PDF, we might be having a different format where 5 has to come first and 1 and 2 have to come next and 2 and 3 have to go to the last part of it. So we did use XSL loops and all and reading the XML file using XSL
a lot of
and rendering it.
people understand how XSLT works. Most of them, for them, it is only for each their limit. There is an important concept called XSL apply templates.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right.
you understand how XSL colon apply templates work. It is very functional oriented way.
True. Like we basically define the template and we pass the parameters instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how it actually maps to the nodes and which nodes are selected by using the XPath expression. But
Yeah, yeah,
is like whoever has done this Java XSL transform is like very high skilled person. He will move. If he is coming in UK market, he will be paid 600 pounds per day. That is how
Oh,
much I actually. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah. No, because nobody can do migration. Migration is a very complicated thing. Developing components and pages is very easy compared to migrating.
Yeah,
Because migrating means you need to understand complete product first. You need to understand what makes a component like a component, what makes a page. And even when you are developing components and pages, everything happens automatically for you. The tools do it for you. Now you are not doing that, right? You are creating it by your by program.
you're right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is that guy? Who is that guy who is doing it? He's from offshore, is it?
My Yeah, yeah, he used to be in US until before last year. So then he was not even working on AEM also. He was actually working on FileNet. So he moved to offshore. From the past 1.5 year, he was working in AEM. So like he's working on this migration straight. He didn't work on any development projects as such for AEM. He directly started with the AEM training followed by migration.
Acha, acha. How many years of experience? He must be very good and also has a considerable experience in the industry.
Yeah, yeah, he has close to 14 years, I guess.
Ah, that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's again like the interest and ability to catch up things, right?
Even migration by normal standards itself is difficult, but if somebody is using XSLT also in its place, detecting the components that are not there, this is very highly complex piece of work actually.
No, detecting in the sense the detection will not be actually done as part of that. Some of the things will be like basically like say like in AEG the templates whatever you're using, we have primarily 3 or 4 templates like a product category, industry, product detail, etc. So
Components will be many, but the components will be many.
yeah, components could be many, but the thing is like most of the times because this is a migration that is defined by us and authoring is done by the actual end users, it's almost impossible for you to know what all components they might be using, and
Yeah,
we
that
can't
that
really afford to write code for
that
each and every component, right?
no way that can be done. What we have to
Yeah.
do is agree on a structure upfront. Later,
Yes. Yeah.
they won't shift if they want to.
So the
But
thing is like when there are these many countries and these many users, expecting 100% perfection is really difficult.
no, but the
So
data is already no. The with you said the data was in HDL Tridion. So very good thing about that HDL tried on is that you must have a data either in database or either in XML format to start with. Okay.
Right, but the problem, like I told you, those are all very old websites, and they wanted to restructure and change the content. So the source literally became useless. So they said like they'll provide all the content in Excel files, and in this Excel files also, for example, say this a template allows 100 components.
Show me an
So it
example.
doesn't make sense to.
No, show
I'm
me an
sorry.
example file because I am telling you right now we just so much mess. Actually, at least you are having the data. See the target end, it is very difficult. But at least for your source, right, it is okay. In our case, we had to migrate the raw HTML files. Okay, the
Okay.
data was not in not there in XML, so writing those regular expressions, we are just broke our head. Finally, we migrated 10,000 pages.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we estimated that if the manual work is done, they said 400 days. For developer work, 27 days. And
Okay.
27 days. And this is for AIG Ireland or AIG New Zealand?
We migrated age in New Zealand, Portugal, and 4 more countries. Rest all are still in progress.
No, okay. No, but when they
Notice.
provide you a copy deck, did they
Uh,
actually tell the name of the component itself and the order in which they should be coming, whether they are to
yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah. I'll
left?
show you. I'll show you. Basically, there is another person in our client side who actually have designed a template generator where for a product detail, like these components should be used. It has to be in this order, etc. and all. I don't think I can open them because I'm not connected to the network now.
Yes, but I would like to see that. But whatever, whoever has done this has exceptional skills. I can tell you that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 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 definitely he is. Uh, 1 second, let me open the first show. Let me show you the site how it
I
looks
have
like.
done two projects which are like completely migration. One at the Daily Mail, but the data was there in the database. And in our case, we said we'll migrate it according to a fixed structure. Like there will be 6 components to the right, top component, header, footer, and the main body and an image. That's it. Everything will fall under that place. If they want to use other
Okay.
components, they do it themselves, and they were also happy because for them it was all article pages. But if the product pages are like looking
Yeah.
different, but most of the pages look same. 90% of the pages look same only. The 10% that doesn't look, then we'll have to do it manual job only.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you see here, these are industries and these are product categories. So if you go to individual product category, like you'll have a lot of products.
Yeah.
Come here. It's pretty straightforward. Let me go to casualty. You see here, contaminated products are recall insurance and general product liability. These two are two different products which are under casualty insurance. So this part is actually not entered by us. We have something called product filter. So when we drop that product filter in this particular category page, it will automatically pick all the child pages which are tagged to this particular product category in this page.
That you are basically making a call to some other way and you are just dropping those tags and it is picking it up. But this
Yeah.
page is simple enough. See, it's not very complicated in the sense it has basically an image, some text, and then
No,
two.
these are design. Like the design throughout AIG is that they don't want 2 or 3 columns because they wanted to unified look about.
This page is reasonably easy, right? So see, this is all right. Okay, if you go to Daily Mail, no, if you go to Bristol Web, go to bristolweb.co.uk, go to search for Bristol Web.
Is it correct?
Yeah, Bristol, Bristol, Bristol. No, do a Google.
Is it Bristol Web Design?
Yeah, Bristol, no, Bristol Web, uh, Bristol Web paper is there, no? Bristol Web. Uh, No, Bristol web paper, just say paper, Bristol web paper. Yeah, Bristol post. Yeah, click on the Bristol post. Click on the Bristol post, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on one
I
of
mean,
the
the way the mic
click on one of these. No,
articles.
we can't migrate this. This is impossible. We are not migrating the landing page, but we are trying to migrate the. We have migrated the article page. Click on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we have this, heading. Now there is an image, right?
Okay.
Go down, right? And then there is some text, right?
Okay.
Now this is like a gallery type article. So yours is also reasonably easy. If you look at it, there is text, there is
No, no, no,
gallery.
no. If you, no, this is actually what you are actually seeing is uh, product category page or whatever it is. Here also they have something called news. So like for news they have a separate template. So where the image exists and all the text exists. On the right side you have a search which is designed only for news page.
What I'm telling is this is anyway relatively easy thing to migrate because the format is simple.
Okay.
We said we will not migrate the landing pages. Okay, if you look at the Bristol web, we can't migrate that landing page. It's impossible.
Yeah. Even within our case also, we are migrating only product category, industry, and product detail pages. So the landing pages, news and all are being constructed from scratch.
No, no. What
So,
about the product detail page? Tell me the product. Show me the product detail page.
so product detail page is the actual page where your final product details comes. So earlier I was showing a product category page. So
Yeah.
if I go to
Product.
one of the products, like it will actually have all those accordions, like secondary navigation, like
That is, this is
contact filter.
oh, but this is actually taking you to the risk tool, right?
What is
So
that risk tool?
no, no. See, the initial page. Go down.
The previous page?
No, no, go down. This is a product detail page only, right?
Yes, it is product detail page.
So it has basically an image, but or all the product detail page follow this form for this simple format, like where there is a text and then there is a product highlights and
No,
there are
no,
then
it's not exactly like that.
it is difficult.
No, no,
Then
it
that
is actually, yeah, I mean, that's the issue, right? Because they actually, each product can actually have a different level of information. For example, if I give you only 2 paragraphs information, you'll happily show everything directly. But if I give you like some 10 paragraphs information, definitely they'll put some of it in accordion and some of it they'll make sections and some of it something else. So like because we can't predict all this, they'll actually provide us in a copy deck what comes first, what comes following it, what comes following it. So for all those pages, if they give it in that format, we will use our code to migrate them. But if they say like, no, we can't give it in that format.
yeah, product category and the other page that you showed is relatively straight. This is difficult. This one, first of all, the level of detail is itself very difficult. And then you are saying that there are variations. Accounting for the variations based on the data, right? Again, you have to look at the data and see whether it falls into this type or this type or that type, right? Or no? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Arvind, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello? Hi, Arvind.
Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we got this kind of. I don't. Is it installed now? The 4503.
Yeah, I think it has been installed a while back.
Okay, just show me.
Probably because the network went down.
Yeah. If it is installed, then do me a favor. Start the author instance also.
Oh, let's see if my
Yeah.
4 GB RAM will be able to.
Try starting. Yes. Try
Yeah,
starting.
okay, I'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, Arvind. Hello, Arvind. Hello, Arvind. Hello.